Today we play Best of One.
The only one in Best of One.
What? Virginia taxes?
Ta-da!
Eurian. This is standard. I know you probably want new decks. I know. I'll get to it. I am having fun and I'm almost mythic. I have won so many games with, you guessed it, blue-white control. Saga's not in here anymore. The librarian's in here. It's changed a lot, actually. You see the lanterns. What do you guys think? Is that the look of a graveyard deck? I think we have to mulligan for some kind of, basically, authority of the consoles is what you need to mulligan for. And we got it. Okay. Turn 1 authority, turn 2 tap land, turn 3 stock up. I don't know if we need the Ultima or not, but that's one of the cards you can't bottom and expect to find another. And when you need it fast. You can lose a game early, but you can't win a game early. So play not to lose. Off the mulligans. Green has been a scary color since that little cubby cub showed up. And these leyline weavers are turning out to be very good as well. Is there a world where I need this negate? I don't think so. This is survive to Ultima. They can earthbend all they want. Crap, I'm not gonna make it. It's over. Okay, draw, get lost. Draw, get lost. You're not get lost. That. Okay, there's one, but I think we're cooked. We could also still top a Day of Judgment. Don't go second, guys. It's really hard. My authority! That means I get a gift, though. Day of Judgment. Day of Judgment. Day of Judgment. Okay. Okay. Might be cooking. It's just 9. What are we talking about? I think I leave him with a scrap shooter. If I go to combat and this triggers on the stack, I kill this, kill that, I still die, right? Because it's, well, it would be 10. And something we have to also watch out for is bossing Say. We're going to Ultima for sure. We just have to survive. This has to die, then this is lethal on its own. I guess let's... I can't let them go to combat. But I also don't want them to use a map. So make them make a move here, but don't pass to combat. And see, that's the smart play, is just immediately. All right, let's try to leave up a field. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. I don't have the right mana. Bang. So let's see if that means they use maps now. They still have 11 and they can see that. Maybe they just go to combat. Okay, they go for it. Let that happen. Hold for a second map. Hold. Now this time we can wait till we're in combat to send the get lost. We go to the scrappy. Okay. Tyvar on top. That's a headache. Everything's a headache. Kill the larger one. Go to 5, which is thankfully not quite 0. I mean, I'm out of gas once I Ultima, so this is really bad, but at least they cast another creature. That's good for us. We live to Ultima. It's a miracle. There's the Tyvar, but I don't have an answer to the Tyvar. I have these stupid negates. The worst cards we could draw in this situation. I have to be ready to power up an Anchorage. So I can play a Lantern. Out of spite, exile the Ouroboros. Where X is the greatest power, so it can pump itself for lethal? Oh god. That's what they're going to do. So I have to do this. A block's a block. I'm throwing my lands away. And they can keep committing things to the board. There's no chance, right? These negate draws were just too brutal. We needed better, and we didn't get it. Not having my authority is also really hurting. Day of Judgment, double authority. I need the day. Does the librarian blocking achieve anything? No, they just pump with the Tyvar, right? They do have to attack with everything. Make them do it. I don't think they'll mess this up. But, you know, there's no way. Okay. They have a billion mana. Yeah. Yeah, negates never looked better. All right. Guys, you can't take out the negates. There's too many control decks that think they're better than you, and negate shoves it right down their throat. But yes, no more lies would have been better there. Yes. It's fine. It's fine. I always lose the first game of the day. That's a dirty secret. I don't always put it in the video because usually I make some terrible misplay because I'm not awake. Just being real. The first loss of the day brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. Promo code CGB5. Get yourself a discount. Christmas season. What do the nerds want? It's at CoolStuffInc.com. And Dragon Shield, promo code CGB5, and link in description. Supports the channel. What does the nerd in the family want? New sleeves. Doesn't matter. There's two types of nerds in the world, guys. Number one, the nerd who knows their sleeves are dirty, but hasn't gotten around to buying and resleeving them. And number two, the nerd who doesn't know their sleeves are dirty. They need it even more. They need it most of all. Dragon Shield. Hired Claw. Nice. Great. Some good old classic aggro. Now, guys. Now we lack authority. We've got to have a nice, safe landing pad for the stock up. Hey, look at that. They didn't have another creature. Now that there's no Screaming Nemesis, this matchup is so playable. Untap land for Day of Judgment probably won't be necessary. But untap land for Consult the Star Charts? Hell yeah. Let the burning begin. This is what they've gone back to. So you've come back to me, says Godric. All right. It's a challenge. It's a good card. We need to find time to cycle the Lantern. We need to, again, find nice, warm, happy landing places for our stock ups. But 3 get lost should get the job done. Respond to the map. Leave them with a nice pile of maps and nowhere to go. That's also a good card. That can also die. Look at their maps. Look at them. Okay. Stock up probably. Consult though could find a counter spell. All right, it's probably Consult then, which means I don't play anything right now. Consult into 3 steps might be necessary. Let's see what they go for. 5 mana, what it do? Another Hellkite. All right. Let's see what we can see. Okay, these negates are not making a good case for themselves. I'm getting really salty. Somehow we've drawn both the negates. We've seen 3 negates and no 3 steps ahead, of which we run 4. We only run 2 negates. Come on, guys. Come on. What are we doing here? We're going to 9 is what we're doing. And they have a claw. Where is... Also, you know what? I'd take authority. There's no authority of the consoles here either. Okay. Okay, both negates, no 3 steps, no authority. Yeah, all right. Sometimes Magic the Gathering is out for blood. You have to be ready. There's an authority. We're gonna take a ton from the... Are we just dead if we do this? Maybe I was supposed to take that negate. Oh, the irony. It does take a lot of mana. Now, let's see what happens. And maybe they forget about authority and they play the Hellkite. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're gonna have to kill this and find a counterspell. And wouldn't it be funny that now I need a negate? We like that they're keeping a creature on top. If they play that, we gain life. So if I Day of Judge last turn, they just play the Hellkite and hit me, which is in so many ways worse. Okay, we're at 5. Do they have Burst Lightning and Lightning Strike? If they do, the game's over. Okay. All right. First 2 games of the day. I always lose the first 2 games of the day. 100% of the time. This was just getting done dirty. The shuffler did me exceptionally dirty on this one. Fine. It's fine. I like a full... It's all gonna get cut from the video anyway. I like a full climb to Mythic in a video, you know? That's what it is. We're just setting the stage. I had an awesome time going from bottom of Diamond up to here with the deck. Not a lot of changes either. The Soul Guide Lanterns have been in and out and in and out, and Rest in Peace has been tried. But I really like the Soul Guide Lanterns because you can cycle them. You can also tap them to Waterbend, your spirit water revival, which is still the deck's win con. And one Wan Shi Tong Librarian has been a beauty for me. On the draw, you just kind of have to keep an authority hand, even though this is not a great hand. We're really counting on another land off the top. But we get the 3rd authority of the consoles before we get the 3rd land. And in a matchup where I don't think these matter. Okay, so there's 2 worlds. 1, they are a control deck. Authority does not matter. 2, they are artifacts. Authority does matter. But we play the Lantern here to try to hit our land drop. If authority does not matter, okay, it's a control mirror and we're the one without lands. Awesome. If authority does not matter, then you want to hold it in your hand as much as possible to possibly discard to the new land. Yeah, I know the name of it. No, I don't. It's gone. But it's the blue land that lets you loot. So we hold these. We might end up discarding them to hand size someday, but it really doesn't matter. We need it, and they let us have it. Oh my gosh. We were destined to get mana screwed in this game. If they had a counter right there, they should use that, yeah. All right. So plenty of opponents have tried to outfish me in these matchups, and I really haven't had a lot of problems against the fish. But we'll see. This one is right on curve, and I'm struggling. I think this is where we go for a Wan Shi Tong. I think so. I'm not really worried about them resolving something. I'm more worried about me actually getting Wan Shi Tong to resolve, so they have to do something about it. Because if they don't have a get lost ready to go, they might just have to Day of Judgment this. There's the land. Agnaquela. Is that right? So I love when they get lost the creature, because the map tokens can be used to pay for the revival. All part of my evil plan. Demo field. I think I let them make another fish. We need to draw all the demo fields in this matchup, and then we need to resolve this and demo field them again. Authority has been helpful though. It's hard to fountain port out an authority of the consoles. If we had 2 out there, our life total would be even higher. So if this does come down to fish pressure, I will take some of the blame on this game. But I've never actually had a game play out that way. And I've played the mirror plenty of times. Okay. Just stocking up, don't mind me. We need the lands. We also need the negate. Those counter matchups are gonna matter. It's not like we threw a demo field on the bottom. All right, so we can move to discard step, or we can have another authority. It's definitely past the time that authority's good. They don't have a fountain port right now. Just got these 3 little tokens. We have the lower deck size at the moment. We'll see if and how that changes. And you see the power of Agna Quela, cycling some of these cards that aren't doing much in the matchup. Hit those land drops. We're definitely in the worst position I've been in a mirror. This is gonna be hard. Ooh, you took some of my technology. So this on the field, you really need to get lost. But this also means they run Spirit Water Revival. Maybe you just let this go and then try to board wipe, but that's gonna be a tough fight. The thing that scares me right now is No More Lies, but they only have 4 cards. Let's try for a negate. They're going low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can Spirit Water Revival. They still have 2 mana up though. Okay. Let's try this. They still have priority. So we can guess they have another counter spell. Oh, that sucks. Oh, there's a get lost. Yep, we are in trouble. I don't run No More Lies in this deck right now. I went all hard counters. I found the games that went long, you could eventually pay for the No More Lies. But I got a little got in this one. I don't regret casting the stock up, but it still hurts. Like I said, this is the most against the wall I have been in a mirror. This is a tough game so far. Here's your maps. Can't Day of Judgment here though. Also, I didn't have Fountain Port in my build, so they went back to Fountain Port. I just found it never won me games, but here they are kicking my butt. Oh, they're using the maps, okay. Ah, another one. Good thing you already made your land drop, huh? Maybe they don't run Spirit Water Revival. Maybe they just threw the Legend of Karuk into a new deck. Maybe they don't watch my channel. Not everybody does, which I'm aware of. I know that. You don't have to remind me. It's not your job in the comments to remind me that not everybody is a CGB enjoyer. I know. Demo field for the Fountain Port. Do you hide it or do you play it? Let's see what happens. No more fish. Let's hide it. Beautiful. They run flanky. Okay. Are they gonna do the +1/+1 counters? Rare +1/+1 counter mode? They are. Brilliant. It's a big creature. The big creature we gotta kill. All right. And you know they have a No More Lies. They're putting on the pressure. All right, this might be the battle. They've only got 4 cards. They go for a 3 steps. We hit it with the negate. Now they hit it with the lies. I tap out. If they have one more counter spell, they win. If they have 3 out of 4 cards in their hand counter spells at this stage, they win the game. Yes! We got a chance. Why did they do the lies? Wait, because they've got it? No, they don't. They don't have it. They can get me to 1 with the anchorages. Wait, how big is that? Oh, they do have it. Destroyed. Yeah, that was by far the worst position I've been in. Okay, that's unnecessary. You got it. You don't need to do 2 extra. I don't care if this bird felt left out. I really don't. All right. 0-3. Deck's great. I promise you. It's the best deck I've climbed ladder with in a long time. I can't believe this. This is what I get for hitting record. I play on my off day, I slay. I hit record, I suck. But all of those were tough. Those were hard mode games. It was really, like, we didn't have the demolition fields early, so we got behind in the fish war. If I had played out the authorities, I'm not sure. Maybe it would have mattered. This is a slow hand. I do not love it, but I might be running out Washi Tong Librarian. Do I get a rematch in the control mirror? I feel like such a fraud right now. I'll just keep the lantern. I don't know if I need it or not. Mysterized Village, huh? Oh, the demolition field likey. What about flashing in a librarian? Is there a world where they search their library? Well, the next turn I demo field them. Yeah, okay. This looks crazy. I'm doing it. Trigger. Nothing? Yeah, I know. Just it's a 1/1. Are you impressed? What you got? Nothing? That's what I thought. Hold. Seam rip. I will respond. Oh, don't search. 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 They did. They searched. Give it. Oh, now I get to try to plot a get lost the next time they would search their library. So my next demolition field, with that on the stack, I can seam rip them. I can blow up the seam rip with a get lost and draw a card. That's what it means to be the greatest Magic player alive. All right, Lantern time. We're not going to play stock up into No More Lies land, even though I don't really think they have it. I think they would have been too grotesquely upset by that play to not No More Lies it in some way. Hit that land drop. Easy. This is we'll have 5 up for a kicked 3 steps if they go for an end turn effect. And there it is. I'm not scared of what they can do on their turn. They almost never do anything on their turn. If they have the mill cards, it's a little more dangerous. Like a space-time anomaly would hurt, but I still might be able to water bend my way out of it. Yeah, see, all they got's a Beza. Just a stupid elk. Are we get losting the Beza? Or are we wrathing the Beza? Is now the time to get an Ultima out of my hand and do something with it? I think so. Actually make Ultima good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good follow-up. I mean, it's the best follow-up you can hope for. And you get maps. So now we do have a board presence to worry about. They have sorcery speed effects. What am I doing on end step? I guess I could also power up this anchorage. Okay, I'm gonna threaten to power up anchorage. Hopefully the maps don't make a 1/1 too big. Yeah, don't be shy. Get in there, Birdo. Let them know who's boss. No, that sucks. All right. Do we accept that? I think what I want to do is hit the seam rip and get back the librarian and then put the maps on the librarian. And I have to do it now because the mana is going to dissipate. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not blocking. I want a map target and a board presence of my own. All right, you got 3 mana. What you gonna do? Nothing. They're gonna do nothing. Wait, what do you have on my upkeep? You've got nothing. Why did they put an upkeep pause there? There's something they were thinking about playing on my upkeep. What would do that? Accidental click that I'm overthinking? Absolutely. Give it. Always have 3 mana available for a No More Lies to back up your negate. Oh, and then we hit the field. Okay, so if I use this, I could potentially draw a card. Now I'm punished for playing the land. That's life. It happens. Let's leave 5 mana up. Is this gonna be get lost number 3? I think I had 3. Oh no, I'm thinking of my own get losts now. Okay, here comes the map team. And there's a 3 steps on top. Oh, they know they don't want to bin that. Okay. Yeah, they do not want to bin a counter spell. Let's cycle. I think we can let the lantern go. These lands are better. Authority. So here's the thing. We demo field them. They possibly shuffle away the 3 steps. They can't afford to give up the land, and it grows the librarian. So cool. No response. It is a matchup where you want your demo fields to hit other targets, anchorages, fountain ports, Mistrise villages, Agnaquelas. But you can't turn down draw a card. Okay. Do we counter this? Uh-huh. I am committed to the bit, as it were. And they can't fall behind on land, so they have to search. They don't get their 3 steps ahead, and we get another card draw from the librarian. I'm a god. I'm a card gaming god. They have no chance. They're 100% cooked now. Don't mind the growing soldiers. Land. Easy. I mean, they kind of want those lands, but it was bound to happen sometime. The owl has blanked their offensive. We loot. They might resolve an instant in response. That's fine. They do not. So they don't have removal for this Birdo right now. So we want to keep on leaving mana up for 3 steps. Let's cast this, and then we would like an untapped land so that we can pay for a No More Lies and give me more card draw. Let's enter the infinite card draw phase of the game. They have a consult. We could counter it. I mean, they are struggling. I think you have to sense blood in the water and go for it. Beautiful. They can do whatever they want on their turn. I'll just load up again. Overlord? Sure. This has to be like a 3 steps, right? We could double block. Would they double block? And we could blow up a double block. We definitely want the 3 steps. Is it the get lost then? Yeah. I mean, Demolition Field with Librarian's great, but we're going a little overboard. All right, 3 mana for the counter, 3 mana for the lies. I don't think we keep attacking. Do we need another land? Yeah. This is an interesting little fight we're in. This one librarian has taken on the team. And there's the seam rip. Okay, well. Sorry, I'm leaving you behind. I think what they're going to have here is a counter spell to protect their board. And we have to answer that counter with a counter. So here's the impending. It would be great to find a negate now. Did I use both of them? Let's see. Another 3 steps is good. Do we need an untapped land for this upcoming turn? 4 mana for day, 3 for a counter, 3 for a No More Lies. Should be good. The revival. Boom. Lets it happen. Doesn't mean a lot. They want to consult. We countered the last one. I still feel like we're way up on cards. Let's keep smelling blood. You gotta put your... When you smell blood, you gotta step on their throat. Patience. It's nearly revival time, but not yet. Stock me up. Get me the counter spells. Make this happen. Look at that. A land on top would be fine. Just keep hitting those land drops. All right, 1, 2, 3 for a counter, 3 for no more lies, 1 spare. Or we could be consulting. I will play the lantern. And goodbye to this win con. Hello, ugly. Do we fight this fight now? I think so. If we can get them to tap low to protect this, the Spirit Water Revival will almost certainly resolve. Counter spell with the draw 2. We negate it, and we still have mana open for lies. I think something I really love, playing negate instead of no more lies. You see it now in this matchup. We got punished for it earlier, but you see it in this matchup. They keep leaving 3 mana up to pay for no more lies. That doesn't work against me. My counters resolve. Now, add it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 5 open to pay for no more lies or cast 3 steps ahead. Oh yeah, you're gonna go through all that again. Show me your pathetic no more lies. Or do that. See, we're back. Only took me half an hour to get... Why do I do this? Why do I love this? I don't know. Games like that, man. I love the battle of wits. I love when the cards I added to my deck, the little choices, like whether to have a Soul Guide Lantern instead of a Rest in Peace, matter. The negates instead of the no more lies. I love it when that matters. I'm not sick, it's allergies. Back off. All right. How many hours to Mythic? Everybody loves the long blue-white control video. I thought I had already made my one for the season. Released it like Friday. But the deck is too good and we're so back on the play. You can get away with most anything. That's if it has some cheap casts. You really want to see like a hate piece if you're up against the right deck. You want to see a board wipe if you're up against the typical creature deck. And you want to keep lands, especially one that lets you filter those hate pieces into effective cards if you're in the wrong matchup. And turn 1 authority. Whether or not to cast a turn 2 lantern is a good question. Sometimes you don't want them to see it, but I think right now I just want to draw the card. Obviously we're not under life total pressure. I don't think I'll get something to get lost. Yes, artifacts. Every time I say this, I immediately get destroyed, but this is about as free a matchup as we get. This is pure money. We already have one Ultima, we're looking for the other, and we just want to hit our land drops. The Soul Guide Lanterns don't really matter. They're just a little cycle for a card. What matters are the Ultimas and the counter spells. If you can stop all of the synthesizers, they literally can't win the game. And there's one synthesizer. I think do we let this Ultima take over? No, I think we just negate a synthesizer if we can. Buy more time. It's harder to later when you tap out. Now they might resolve like a United Battlefront, but we just Ultima. Also, Authority is really good in this matchup. It takes away their combo kill. So that's why this matchup is so good for us, because it's the rare matchup where Authority is good, and so are our counter spells. All right. The worst card in the matchup is usually Get Lost. We could Consult, but we are going to Loot, because Consult gets better the longer the game goes. The more lands you have on the battlefield, the more likely your Consult gets you exactly what you need when you need it. While these Get Losts will just sit here forever. Same with these Lanterns. Though cycling this Lantern is really cheap. So I think we'll do that. Also, taking a card out of the graveyard, very small detail, but it does make crafting harder if you like get the artifacts out of their graveyard. Another relic, so they're digging through their deck. Those relics, they are addicting. They are very, very strong Whittle cards. Be honest. Do you miss the microphone being right in my face? Is this the better vocal quality? I've been trying to give myself a break from it because it's messing with my eyesight. Like having the right here in the peripheral and the this, I think is part of why I'm getting a lot of headaches lately, or at least it's a theory. I don't know if it's correct, but be honest. Do you miss this vocal quality compared to this vocal quality? And then we still have 6. Okay. Washington can be pretty good against Repurposing Bay, as they search their library pretty often. Here come the Saw Blades. The Saw Blades they just want to craft that and attack me with a 5/5, which is one of the only things that Get Lost is good against, now that we've discarded a couple. Most players don't even take that line with Saw Blades, but it is one of the better things to do with it, because it plays around board wipes, and they're not doing it, so. Here's the Librarian. I don't expect it to win. I expect it to die, but I also expect to draw some cards in the meantime. I mean, they have choices. They can stun it. If they have another Saw Blades, they can kill it. Okay. No. Sweet. We actually don't have a counterspell right now. It's getting concerning. But we can probably consult into one, considering how many lands we have. The trick is to just make absolutely sure you get all of the synthesizers. So you don't want to Ultima if you're not getting a synthesizer. We only have 2 Ultimas. That would be a big fail. Okay, now they have the Vault, so we need a Demolition Field. And just keep bricking. See what I did there? Hey, you searched your library. Now Saw Blades won't kill it. Got him. All right, I think it's time to kick this. There's the demo field. Do we take... We don't have many Get Lost left in the deck. And those Saw Blades could be an issue. So we could take the Get Lost or the 3 steps. Call me crazy. I can't turn down a good counterspell in this moment. If I die to a Saw Blades, I deserve it. But I don't think I will. Why? Because they're not doing it. I think they would have made the play by now if they were going to do that. Small tip, when in doubt, discard basics if you have multiple land drops for the next few turns. If you shuffle these back in with Spirit Guide's Revival, you can get them with the demolition fields later. While your opponent's all out of basics to fetch, you're still hitting off your demo fields. Honestly, demo fielding the opponent 8 times is one of the most wonderful things about this deck. It really is. Almost nobody has 8 basics if they're not monocolor. And some decks have 1 or 0. Well, they have a tough decision. We could have taken this decision away, but I'm really okay with them using mana on their turn. Again, we're just sitting on Ultima, which I think they know that. So what you'll see some of the artifact players do is they just activate the bricks and they activate the saw blades and they use the craft mechanics to try to pressure us. It's not going to work though if we get to keep the librarian on the field. Right now we're just going to try to protect this librarian and make them find a way to kill it. If they're going to sit back that much, I should just play aggressive. Even if they do something about this bird, I should hit them with anchorage. Did they whiff? No, that's not how it works. It's any card. You can't whiff. So this must be a really hard decision. They discard a Star Cage. You know, this can remove the librarian. Kind of shocking. And it could, like, if it went away, the bricks would come back. And the blades. Kind of a wild discard. Maybe they didn't mean to discard it. Maybe that's why they're ropey. Well, their time is running out. Their time is running out. If I demo field them when they're out of timeouts, do they still search their library technically? Because I know they can't get anything, but do they actually search? All right. Let's find out for science. Do I get the card draw or not? They just declined the search by default. Okay. Fine by me. You want me to show them mercy? I will not. I will step on their throat. So we'll guide you. Could just sack this so they don't have things to craft, but then I wouldn't get to draw the card. We have enough for 3 steps and draw 2, as well as a follow-up 3 steps, or a no more lies payment. They're cooked. It's over. These are the games. Anyway, give us some elevator music, Libby. I'm gonna go get a drink. Oh yeah. What, we won? That's crazy. How'd this happen? Next victim. They activated the vault and they salty roped their way out. Their hate sustains me. Turn 1 authority is almost always a keep. There aren't many hands you wouldn't keep with turn 1 authority. By the way, the curve for this deck is very low. There are a lot of 1 and 2 mana cards. And I think that is also necessary. New Tranquil Cove art. Am I playing the mirror again? All right. Let's see. It could still be artifacts, which is our gimme matchup. It's more likely to be control when you see Tranquil Cove, just saying. And Meticulous Archive. Well, we're not gonna miss a land drop. Oh, look at me not having double blue. That's okay. They don't dare act. Not against the 1 in best of 1. Yeah, 1 lantern exiles another. Does it matter? Probably not. They want to flank me already? Okay. I tried flanker in this deck. 3 mana is a lot. It is a lot for what you actually get. I found the lantern so much better. They've got demo field and they use Final Fantasy demo field. Let's draw. They might be able to just tempo me though with this turn 3 flanker. It is scary. Well, there's a get lost. I could throw the Ultima at them. If they counter it, we ate a counter spell with an Ultima. But if they follow up with like an Elspeth or something like that, I kind of lose the game. I think you just make them have it. They don't have that many threats. Make them have it. They want to demo field the demo field, okay? All right, let's see. So there's a big risk. With the right follow-up, we're in trouble, but we do have a get lost for an Elspeth. Okay, no follow-up. Gamble worked out. Now we don't have card advantage, really of any kind. They have second flanker. Do I try to counter draw here? Again, they like if they had a no more lies, I think they would have used it. I'm going for it. It might be a setup. It was a setup. Okay. All right. Acceptable. How much tempo do they play with? Under the top. We have a lot of card draw. We just can't draw any. Okay. There's the Elspeth. Yeah, we're in trouble. And that is the worst draw in the deck. But there are other board wipes we could draw into that would solve our situation. And they're just leaving mana up. All right, Anchorage. Might have to protect Anchorage and block with it. No, gotta fight them on advantage, because if they just get a bunch of counterspells in hand from here, they will win the game. No question. It's kind of weird they didn't use their map tokens last turn. You also might have want to use them on the flanker. One, two, three, activate. 2 mana negate, 3 mana pay. No more lies, we hold. Yeah, will they get me on tempo? How many flankers do they run? It's felt like the graveyard deck has just been everywhere lately. That's why I went up on lanterns. And I need to draw some consult. Hello? Now they're going for it. But there was a hesitation. You felt it? I felt it. And go to 4. Demo field doesn't help me much. This has not been the draw, guys. I mean, when you hit no stock ups and no consults, yeah, you're gonna have a bad day. And they hit how many? They hit 3 of those? Yeah, that'll do. I mean, God, my spells. I hit 2 negates, 2 lanterns, 1 authority. It's just rough. Yep, that's game. All right. Didn't enjoy that. I didn't have to be greedy on the 3 steps, but in hindsight, it was the right play. We were never going to draw out of that situation, ever. But if I had just paid 3 for it, it wouldn't have, like, they still would have been able to no more lies me, right? I just would have had negate up and they wouldn't have resolved Elspeth, but I still would have just died to the flanker because I just had nothing. I had nothing for so long. And they drew 2 flankers, Elspeth, and 3 like card draw explosion spells, and I just drew none. Makes me mad. I guarantee I have more cards in my deck that say draw a card than they do. Deck is hating on me today. So if it's another slow matchup, we're good. But when they come out aggro, we're just dead. This is not a hand I like to keep in the dark. This is more of a trend keep, and we lose. Maybe. The green deck can kill us before our turn 4. 100%. 100%. It's not a question. If they have the right draw, this game is so over. That authority is late. Do we go for it? I guess so. We don't want to get crater hoofed. I guess if we get crater hoofed, we might still lose, but they'd have to tap a lot of their creatures to do it. Okay, yeah, I mean, look at this. Are you kidding? So what could have helped? Nothing. Nothing can help. Okay. Yeah, you're good. Don't go second. That would help. Oh my God. Rough day. Why do I record myself playing Magic? It only hurts my win rate. I have proof of this. It's from a few years ago now, though. Yeah, I used to track my wins on Untapped for my PC, and then I manually track my wins on my iPad, which is how I play in my free time without recording. My win rate on iPad is like over 10% higher with every type of deck. It's not, recording hurts my ability to play the game well. I still do it because it's my job. But if you guys ever wondered if it hurts your win rate to be a streamer, yeah, it does. It does. This is gonna be tough. Gotta hit the land. We have 27 lands. We shouldn't get stuck on lands here. But the way it's been going, I'm very afraid. God, this is, what do you do here? Like, what's the right play? If you get lost, they get 2 maps and they grow the Paw Patch Recruit. They just win anyway. Like, it's too much advantage. You can't even get lost. Okay, deck. Thank you. All right. Gotta find Day of Judgment. And an untapped land. We find neither. This game is probably over. Green deck too good. No chance. All right, well, we need the untapped land because we'll never top deck Day of Judgment without it. And we need to get Lost Ouroboros, which just means they put more counters on other things. And now next turn we have to top deck Day of Judgment. I don't think we're gonna get there, guys. The negates could be Days of Judgment, but then you would not win your control matchups. And the control matchups are real. They are out there. Soul Guide Lantern, same thing. Could be a Day of Judgment. That one is a little tougher. That's a little tougher. So, like, if you want to hate green, and I've played more green today. I haven't played the graveyard deck once. So you can do this. You can go down on Lanterns, go up on Ultima Day of Judgment. I even consider playing an Ironcrag just to cast Day of Judgment on turn 3. Not the worst idea. And here we go. Now, watch. It's the graveyard deck. And you need a lot of Soul Guide Lanterns against the graveyard deck. One is not enough. Okay. Another blue-white gamer, huh? Looks like we're going to have some mana difficulty. Against blue-white, more Day of Judgments and more Ultimas are not great. Against artifacts, Ultima is great. I did run 4 Ultimas for a while as well, but I died plenty of times against green with Ultima in my hand and 4 lands. Wow, so they've got a really good start. This is going to be tough. I don't think they can combo us next turn though, so we should get 2 turns. If we get 2 turns, Ultima can do it, as long as they don't also run a counter spell. Do we get double white here? Yeah. We need absolute sure that we have double white for board wipes. All we need are lands. All right, go ahead. Explode onto the battlefield. This is where going first is so huge. If we were going second, they would be threatening the combo kill right now. But here, this is a turn that they have to build the board. And then it can all get blown away. Yep, there's the Bay. There's the Ultima. 3 of them does make this matchup. This matchup was a slam dunk with 2. With 3, it's almost funny. Almost. Okay, it is funny. I think it's funny. I mean, they better put a threat on the board. They're already going to be in trouble to 3 steps ahead starting next turn. And they don't. Fold. They put something neat on the stack. 3 steps and draw. If they don't, we will blow up their vault. I don't care about that. On the scrap bot, when it enters exile each opponent's graveyard, create a lander. I think I'll fight that. Enough advantage, it's worth it. So that's how they get some graveyard hate into their deck. Thought about it in my deck, it's just too slow. Too expensive. Becoming a commander favorite though. Each opponent's graveyard and ramp in any color is pretty cool. They're digging. And do they cast? No cast. All right, demo field. Get the vault off the field. It's not the greatest advantage piece in the world, but it's good. It's worth a removal. Hold up 3 steps. Another fun thing we haven't done in this video yet, 3 steps ahead, copying your lantern, like having something to copy when you go full all mode 3 steps ahead is very satisfying. Even if all it's doing is drawing you another card. Now they're thinking about crafting. Sure. And they do. Dig. Consult. We don't have land. Give me land. If I draw another one here, I'm just going to end up discarding hand size, so let's not draw yet. A little discipline there. Boom. We're setting them up to try to play into the negates because they know they have enough mana to pay for a No More Lies. But we don't run No More Lies. Got him. I know, Momo. It's terrible. All right. Let's find a land and then keep 3 steps open. And there's a revival. I'm even taking that ahead of an Ultima. That's what a good position we're in right now. And we do have the 9 to cast it. Will we just cast it? I mean, usually they don't even run a counterspell in these decks. Grab a land drop. Grab an authority, because we still don't have one of those on the field. Don't sacrifice. Play here. Water bend it. Yeah, I'm saying they have no counter spells. That's what I'm saying. So unlock WinCon. Oh yeah. Good game indeed. The only problem is it doesn't shuffle back Ultimas. That's the only thing I feel bad about. Well, they decide to see their next card. It wasn't a draw 7. Yes, we're still just hanging. Someday. Maybe I won't get Mythic today. I don't know. My other theory about win rates, and some people are going to take this personally, I don't care. I don't care. I don't have to care about your feelings. Not my job. When I play on my iPad, it's often at night, like in the hours before bed, and it's often in the morning. And I play against a lot of Asia and EU opponents, and they play a lot of brews. They actually brew. I beat a lot of brews with control decks. Control decks are right at home playing against brews, because brews aren't usually built around beating control decks. That's probably a big reason for the win rate. It's not just that I play bad when I stream, it's that I play differently. Well, not stream, but record. It's that I play different opponents and I play at different time of day. I think the time of day, which is Eastern Standard Time that I record, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., in my opinion, is the toughest time of day to play. You play against the most net decks. You play against the spikiest spikingtons. This is an opinion that I have. You don't have to like it. I don't really care if you do. So here we are going against budget auras. I would call it Aura Farm, because they just try to farm the ladder with mono white enchantment tricks. Now, if they had an aura that gave indestructible, they should probably play a couple of protection magics if they want to beat Day of Judgment. But so far, I haven't seen them. What is it called? It's the Final Fantasy one. Restoration magic, something. But instead, they still play Shard Mage's Rescue. Makes sense. It's an enchantment. Don't blame them for that, but like for real. So in this matchup, I think you just want to cast your consults. You don't want them sitting in your hand later, especially when you already have your removal. And then you just want to wipe the board over and over and over. Like Shard Mage's Rescue doesn't matter. Most Helpful Weaver makes a spider, also is an enchantment. Does dish out Double Strike, good aggressive card. So here, I don't think they can kill us. 14 is a lot, not without the Double Strike, so we can wait another turn and get a chance to loot so that we don't run out of plays later. Could have looted away this field because they don't usually even run lands, but they should run the new land. They absolutely should. The white one lets you put +1/+1 counters on creatures. If you have any creatures in your deck, it's a good card. Working our way through the flood. What you got? All right, so now their Saga final chapter doesn't do anything. It would have given Double Strike, would have sucked. They have paced their creatures well. Now they've got another one. So we can try to block this with an Anchorage. That might buy us more time. Also, it will get their Shard Mage's Rescue, which I'm pretty sure they have. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. I think I'm just going to blow this up. They've got to be running low on creatures now. Because one card is a Shard Mage's Rescue. You can tell by the way they've held it up all game. The other one, question mark. And they pass. See if they run any flash creatures. Probably should have tapped differently. I guess we're still threatening counter spells. And now you see the power of the looter land to get us to the cards we need. Oh yeah. And then we probably want more removal. I guess 3 steps will do. Team Rip does get rid of this, but the card advantage is probably just too much, and who knows if they can handle a counterspell. So the 4 Day of Judgment 3 Ultima Switch so far paying off. Nobody is using their graveyard yet. This will definitely be the graveyard deck. Hold on. So I play against the frickin' Bringer graveyard deck all day. All night at the hours when I play solo and I'm not recording. And we're gonna go down around 27 lands. We're gonna go down to 25. This is a gamble. Actually, I love Anchorage. I don't like Archive very much. All right, let's gamble. 25 lands is okay. It's definitely more than the typical arena deck. It's more than your arena deck, isn't it? Yeah, it is. All right, we've got the Lantern. Do you play Lantern on turn 1, though? It is a real question. I'm going to. I think just in the dark, you throw it on the field. Sometimes they'll just turn 1 scoop. Ah, well, that's sad. Sometimes when you gamble, you lose. No Boros Charm. No instant at all, in fact. So this might be a creature heavy build. There's a voice. But yeah, Lantern is probably dead. We just need to draw a card with it as soon as we can. Okay. This is a board that looks like it would love an Ultima. If we can find one. But also love Authority. Wow. This is really bad. This is so bad. Dig, dig, dig. What else can you do? 7 board wipes, guys. Will we find any? We've seen 15 cards. This will be 16. The draw step will be 17. If we die like this, oh gosh. Come on, Ultima. Come on, Ultima. If we die like this, it's gonna be so sad. Ugh. That was 1 card down too. I mean, this might help us keep our life total up. All right, well, don't die. We're probably dead. What am I talking about? We're dead, right? It's really close. If they can add any heat, we're just dead. Oh my gosh, what a silly game. It's a good card. That's why we kept the demo fields, the encampment. Makes a couple 1/1s. Those are all +1 damage with Authority. They're trying to put counters on it with the maps. If they do, cooked. Oh, do it again. Okay. Okay. Mardu! Does that make us enough creatures to stay alive? Every creature made is a +1, right? Let's see it. They stacked correctly. Yeah, that wasn't close. All right. So, if I had not played Authority and held up Negate and hit that, would I have still... Yeah, I'm still just dead. Oh my gosh. 7 board wipes, and I couldn't find them in the top 20-some cards. Oof. Oof. Turn 1 Authority would have done it there as well, of keeping us alive. But this is an unreadable meta at the moment. I am telling you what. That's a Maul. This is not a great hand, but I'll keep it. It's either that or this. I think it's this. Oh, elves on the play. Game over. All right. Hang in there. Hang in there. I don't know. I can slam a librarian. Do you think they run fetch lands? Nope, it's not that deck. Dude, go, dude. The starts available in this format are so stupidly busted. What? What are we doing? Good thing I have a Soul Guide Lantern. You could cut all the lanterns for the games we've had today. I'm telling you, it wasn't an option last night. I think I lost to the graveyard deck like 7 out of 8 and beat everything else. So maybe you're just supposed to cut them anyway, but I don't feel like the lanterns are costing us games. That said, if this was a No More Lies right now, we would be in such a better position. Double Llanowar Elf and Drunith on the play. Uh-huh. This is pretty good. That's pretty good. Like, are you serious? What are we doing here? Well, good news, guys. I can Ultima in about 3 turns. That's late. How do you live 2 turns against that? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and I'm at 20. If they don't have an Ouroboros or a Crater Hoof, we could stock up now and try to have Day of Judgment next turn. I think that's the better play. And that's what I get. That's what I get. All right, 4 copies of Day of Judgment. Just rip it off the top, easy. Today, it would have been better to have Cage. Cage on turn 3 covers this nonsense very well. Why? Oh, that's why. Okay, so you won. Welcome. Dude, you won by so much, it's not even... What the hell are we doing here? Why? Why? All right, how much do we need to adjust to respect the absolute bullshit we face today? I don't think Cage solves it. I've played Cage a few times. It always gets blown up, or I eat it with my own Ultima. Like, Cage isn't good. It's just the only thing that works against those starts. But how many times are we going to be on the draw against those starts and be unable to find the cards we need? Like, we never got a turn 4 that game, but we don't have good answers. Seam Rip is not a good answer. Get Lost is not a good answer. They don't exist in the format. If you're going to play Control, you have to take the beating from the decks that were going to kill you on turn 3 anyway, because you don't have good enough answers to put in your deck to try to answer them. They're too situational and they cost you in other places. You just have to try to win the games that go longer, which is a pretty silly thing to do. But the good news is not many people have avatar cards. Most people are just not buying standard cards. That's what I'm seeing on ladder. Most people are like, this deck should not still be getting played. It got no new cards. It's not good, but people love it. And like I said, it's as close to a buy as we get. There's also a question of, if the Day of Judgments and Ultimas in the deck don't beat the creature decks, should I run them at all? That's real. That's a real question. No way to have double blue here. So I guess it's a stock up, which is a discard to hand size, which is probably discard Get Lost. But if we hold up mana, they might respect it. And then we don't discard a hand size. It's not like we don't have what we need. It's not like we're digging for anything special. Like, they might respect No More Lies. A lot of players do respect No More Lies, even when I don't run it. This is just a card. This is just a value Star Cage. Okay. I mean, it's a good value Star Cage. This, I mean, maybe that's why the blue-white deck, artifact deck still gets played, is they can run Star Cage well. They still miss their land drop. No, they hit their land drop. I went first, I forgot. Wait, did I? Who went first? Because I was going to discard a hand size to a stock up. All right. They want to go Battlefront. We could let them have all of this and then blow it up. But it is their explosive card. We will need a land, but we're going to consult the star charts, and we don't want to pick a land off it if we don't have to, especially a basic. We got enough good lands. All right. I don't think they can make anything this turn off 2 mana. They kept both on top. Another Ultima seems really good. 3 steps or land. Don't see a use for the Demolition Field yet, but if you don't take lands, you get mana screwed. They're pretty good cards though, but Ultima's obviously such a good card. Doesn't take much else. Such a good answer too to the Star Cage with the relics, because the relics don't get their card draw triggers. Maybe you just don't run Day of Judgment. Maybe it's just a 4 Ultima plan. Getting cast Day of Judgment on 4 is just too slow against the decks where Day of Judgment would be good anyway. I don't know, I'm curious. Might try it. What if your board wipes were 3 Ultimates, nothing else? What if you ran Beza instead of Day of Judgment? That wouldn't do anything against green. Yeah, I mean, what I'm thinking is more counter spells, to be honest. All right, so right here, this is a 3 steps and draw. Let's do that. Because they do have to get a 3 mana artifact to make Synthesizer work. I mean, at that point, you're probably losing most of your games to aggro, but right now we're losing our games to aggro anyway, because the aggro with a good draw is just too powerful. Normally these decks don't run counter spells, so I, for the most part, don't respect them. Get Lost is usually the worst card in this matchup. Jewel? Who will save your soul? Somebody got that reference. Someone out there, like one person. Oh my gosh. And then the lands were gone. We could just stock up and hit land again anyway. But we have 3 steps, so there's a good chance here we just counter something that would make a construct. Now we have the protection of authority from against their combo. Snare. Yep. We want to snare the authority. We don't let them snare the authority. Anchorage. Now we don't have to take a land. It was so close. And we get the last Ultima. Another authority is not bad. All right, 3 mana open doesn't do much, but they don't know that. So this is the turn. They can dump a bunch of stuff, probably resolve United Battlefront, put things on the field, and then we hit them with the Ultima. And then they're down to 2 or less synthesizers. Once they're out of synthesizers, they can't really win. Then we Spirit Water Revival, have a mega hand, lock them down for good. Let's see if they stack correctly. Okay, nice, I get life. I think that's an option, right? Confirm in comments. I think that they can stack the snare to resolve before the synthesizer, which would give me 1 less life. I have multiple demolition fields. I'm going to Spirit Revival soon. I'm going to pick on their base. I'm going to pick on their basic count. If they run bricks, they probably have 5 to 7 planes, but the sooner we run them out of planes, the sooner their bricks do not find planes. It's such a small, stupid thing, and I love it. Ooh, that's a cool card. They do have double authority, so this won't necessarily get there, but they're slamming saw blades now. I'm at 22. I don't care about 7 points. I can also get lost it if I get scared. You're good. You're good. I'm at 15. Oh, I forgot they even started those engines. Only 3 cards left. I mean, maybe you should use the bricks. Or the saw blades, you know? Do some of that. Maybe. Nope, they're gonna cast Braided Net, which is pretty good against the Librarian. I'm about to Ultima. Do I really want to cast the Librarian? Are we crafty? I think we are. Yeah, we need to cast the Ultima, which means we don't want to cast the Librarian. But we do want to cast Consult and go find a negate. Just in case. It wouldn't hurt to have a land drop too. There's a negate. And I guess I want the land drop. Keep clearing their basics since I'm going to Spirit Water Revival soon. I want to get the full demolition field effects. I want all the demolition fields shuffled back in. Is this instant speed? Actually, it is. Yeah, they're set up. They can do it right now. They want to draw a bunch of cards. Guess not. We're gonna wait. All right, this turn's gonna end. Play your land, cast your Ultima. There it is. They can draw so many cards, and I still don't consider them a threat to me. But make me suffer. Punish my arrogance, please. They love it when you punish me, don't you guys? By the way, remember to hit subscribe if you like to see me punished. Well, this gets us down to 1. You like my new blue light glasses? Everything's red now. You have no idea what kind of glow I'm looking at right now. It's a lot of glow. If I could share it, like picture absolutely everything through like the 3D glasses that used to have the red tint to them. The old like paper ones that they would hand you, the disposables. All right, 1 simulacrum synthesizer left. Just 1. I'm just waiting to see it, and then we Ultima them into the Stone Age. In the meantime, we can revival and let them pop off. Sounds fun. Yeah, you can draw a bunch of cards, so can I. I don't think they can kill me through 3 authorities with 8 lands. And when they untap with their big board of constructs and their last synthesizer, we Ultima, and then we wait for them to die. Because they have 20 cards and we have 33. Win con achieved. They did the thing, they did it, they did the thing! They have triggers to resolve, let them cook. You know what I don't have in this hand? Don't have a counterspell. I probably do. I can look at my top 20 cards. Just important to note if they actually put some counterspells in this deck. But like I said, they almost never do. This deck is designed to have a shot in the creature matchups. The verge of victory. Now I just want a Soul Guide Lantern, exile this graveyard, and we're done. They'll have probably no serious win cons, anything we have to worry about. They know it. They know it. Hey, one more win and we're back where we freaking started. This is me literally trying to read Discord notifications. Because I just see the red dot, but I can't tell the number. All right, experimentation continues. The Psycho aggro decks are probably going to win, but I am going to try the Lies and the Ultimas, the Ultima Challenge. So the actual curve is a bit of a, it's a bit of a trickster because this is the curve you really want. I'll go to a 3rd Lantern and a 4th Lies. How about that? And Demolition Field looks a little bad here, but we'll keep it. Just because it's hard to cast multiple copies of No More Lies, which you sometimes need to do. Let's try this. I'm basically saying, hi, if you're gonna go turn 1 Llanowar Elf, turn 2 make 40 power, I will die. Our best shot against those decks is to have turn 2 No More Lies, turn 3 3 steps ahead, and be on the play. And if we don't have those things, we don't have those things. But this is gonna be a good example of that. Here we go. And it's like, well, I went 2nd, so I don't have a real shot. If they get the cub down right now, no more lies, they might even be able to pay for it. It's so funny. All right, they've revived the hive. Do they also have the 1-drop to go with it? Why wouldn't they? Why the hell not? Okay, cool. Yeah, this is Demolition Field looking bad. But now you got to get the Ouroboros, right? Or the cub. Doesn't matter. They just make another one. Like, what are we doing here? See, I don't think there's anything that you can do to beat this other than play the Star Cage, which I guess is why the artifact deck is good. Because the artifact deck can unironically run Star Cage, and it's not absolute trash for them. Most other decks, Star Cage is just bad. I think we're good, guys. I don't know what their I don't know what their problem is. I guess their games are so quick they need to enjoy them in some extent. And maybe one Day of Judgment is a good call, just so that there is a chance to top deck the 4-mana Wrath, but I just don't think Day of Judgment's any good. It's like like I said, like there it wouldn't have helped. It's too slow. I think the big problem is I keep going second against those decks. I've done it now so many times. And little by little, people are getting their mythics and probably crafting their Badger Mole Cub deck after they see how it just absolutely dumpsters everything. Its god draws are very appealing. People love that stuff. All right, passage on what? I can't tell. Mountain. Everything's red. Shared Roots is a ramp spell. Let's just say no to ramp. Authority. Play Lantern. I don't want to draw that someday after I reshuffle my graveyard anyway. Negate would have been just fine there. Day of Judgment, though, might not have done anything, comparing No More Lies to Day of Judgment, which is kind of the substitute we made. Stomping Ground. All right, so it looks like green-red ramp. I see no reason to keep the Lantern. Hellkite. Talk about cards that just got banned. Okay, what do you target? You target the Quilla. I could use it to loot here. This will get me that Plains. Remember, if you hold Consult, the longer you hold Consult, the better it gets. Play this again. Threaten to loot again. All right, so the red-green dragons of some kind? Our opponent claims to be seasoned. Bit of a brewer. When this enters, if you cast it, exile an artifact or land. It's a land destruction deck. It has all the activated abilities of the exiled card. Well, land destruction, huh? That's gonna limit the consult the star charts. So you can loot with this, but you don't have blue mana. Interesting. I want to draw that later, I don't think. This doesn't seem like an opponent who needs more than one authority of the consuls. But I'll take some damage for a bit. Don't need to panic in Ultima just yet. What a game. What a game we are playing. Okay. I think it's time. I mean, I can just take more card draw and hit more land drops. I think that's right. Because that's what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to ruin my ability to make mana? How much land destruction could they have? Let's be real. There's no way, right? That's a big card. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. Create a token. They're gonna copy this? Okay. I have to try to hit a counter here. No, I need a 2-mana counter. All right. We are cooked. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You've never seen an inferno like me before.
At least it can't attack me. I am stunned. 100% stunned. This is nonsense. I'm kind of inspired. Ooh, a get lost. I'm at 10. Okay. Gotta do that.
I'll get you next
We should have taken the counter spell. Okay, make sure we have there we go. We have a counter spell. Let's also have an untapped land. And don't take basics, because obviously their plan is to make me fetch basics at every turn. And now I know that I have a Chandra to worry about, so I need negates and get losts. Pretty good.
Fire never
Pretty
rests,
good.
So neither do I. Time to
They
double
keep
your
doing it.
trouble.
They keep stunning. But they didn't use their maps. That's pretty good for us. But we have to leave Chandra on the field. Find another get lost. We're in the deck. Should be doable. Makes mana, exile top 3. Wow. The Overlord. Okay, am I dead? Almost. Not quite.
Takes real skill to make that.
Your burn plan is pathetic. Well, actually what's pathetic is my attempts to play this game. I am getting absolutely rolled. Not over though. It's been a good game for a flood in terms of the amount of land destruction we've had to go against. No! Okay. How many more of those you got? Flip it. Flip it. Flip it. Off the top, baby. Off the top, come on.
Fuel for the fire.
Pathetic. All right, more forge, why not? Okay, we get a draw here. If it is like stock up into get lost and a counter spell. Oh, come on. You're a Cub deck too? Of course they're a Cub deck. Wait, if they had just played, no, because I go to 2. Okay, I get it. I definitely credit that they're building something here. Okay, I'm dead. All right, well, no more lies, not good draw. How about that? I don't know. That was an experience. That was a different experience. I think I probably could have beat them if I understood my opponent better. I would have taken different things off the consult. I would have been ready for the Chandra. I was not ready for 7 mana Chandra. I don't feel too bad about that. That's a pretty absurd thing to just go around being prepared for in the dark. Gonna need another blue or white source here. Great, uncounterable. Now that'll go over. How much time do we get? Play a cub. Hey, I can counter that. Use it where you can. Could get the cavern if nothing else happens. I'll be prepared for that. They've got 4 going into 5 mana on turn 3 because that's what this format has become. They have an uncounterable Katara. Allies trigger double. Combat. Yep. Now. Another protectors. Might as well. Just trying to not die here. I mean, I think you let them do their worst. The indestructible from this is going to be a problem. Something's going to survive. We need back-to-back Wraths, but I guess we also get look at top 4 with Consult, but you'd rather have stock up here. So we need back-to-back Ultimas. There's another Ultima and another land. All right. Great, 2 of them. Okay, well, I think their draw is kind of anemic. They've drawn 3 Earth Kingdom Protectors, which won't get them through 2 Ultimas, just 1. Where's Sunfall when you need it? Where's Farewell? Indestructible got good again in Standard somehow. They are down to 2 cards. If one of them is the Earthbending Aang, they've got me. It is not. I said Earthbending, I meant Airbending. A 1/2. All right, how many caverns is there? Just 1 cavern. Let's get rid of that. Then a thorn in my side. And then they can Earthbend, right? It takes 7 mana though. So they can make a tapped Earthbended thingy. They go for that. We'll just fight because we need to draw into the right cards, and we've already used 2 Ultimas. Flies can go away. No caverns. We hate caverns. I don't think this matters, but it can kill the Earthbended land. Ooh, that one makes allies. No attacks because of Restless Anchorage. And they can Earthbend on end step. There's an Ultima. I'd love to see it. And what else? I think it's stock up. Do we keep this? We're about to Ultima. Are we? Are we about to Ultima? It's a good question. All right, draw. Stock up. Ultima ending the turn is pretty clutch here. There's the demolition field that we need. Another get lost is fine. Do we pass? If they make a land a 5/5 and we get lost it feels so bad. Okay. Just Ultima. And they also can't make a creature on end step. If they activate that in response, they're throwing away a land. It doesn't come back. Don't do it. What are you doing? Are you stupid? Okay. Well, experiment over. Yes. Oh, we love it. We are back. We've ranked up literally not at all today. How long to Mythic? How far can we take this? How long can I tread water? Am I going to miss Football Sunday for this? Lies! Lies, all lies. You know, to be fair to No More Lies, we found a way to use it last game. Like, it wasn't dead weight. Agna might be very helpful in this matchup. It looks like we're against Esper Control, which is often mill, which is often a big problem. Like I said. But looks like they missed land. Got him! What? Dude, they're so favored. I have a very hard time against the mill decks. I can't believe they scooped that, but okay. Should have played it last turn, I guess. I don't know. Going first is good. Skill diff. Picklemancer. Wow, these lands suck. And we're on the draw. Okay. On the draw, I always put away 3 steps ahead. It's too slow on the draw. If I have to choose something, it's 3 steps ahead almost every time. I don't know what I'm looking for with a Surveil right now, so we'll play Anchorage now. Well, that's pretty good. The game's not quite over, it's just close. We gotta go right at them. Our plan is to resolve an Ultima before they exile our entire graveyard. And we kind of need them to not have a counterspell. And we need to find the card that shuffles everything back in, Spirit Water Revival. All right, we have enough lands. I guess I'll take you. And what else do we need? I guess I'll take the looter land if I have to take something. Yeah, they are in a winning position for sure. Spirit Water Revival. We gotta have it in our hand. Maybe I'll make the mill on their turn. Also more Ultimas, so we can just spam Ultimas until this is gone. Yep, they did it now. Okay, they have 4 mana open. If they don't have a counter spell, my name is not CovertGoBlue. So do we hold? I feel like we should hold. There's only 9 cards in graveyard. This is fine. You want to counter that? 3 steps ahead with 2 mana open. 2 mana open. They didn't go for 5, did they? Do you go for it? I mean, it sure implies they have no more lies. And we could wait another turn, but if we whiff, we're just doomed. I just don't know if I can get them to do that again. I can punch them. Is it more important to dig or punch? Man. Think about the auto tapper. Yeah, auto tapper would tap like that. They left 2 up on purpose, didn't they? The problem is I just don't know how to get them to spend their mana again. Okay, well, this sucks, but here we go. We still haven't milled an Ultima, and we still haven't milled the Spirit Water Revival, and they didn't use River Churn, so you know they have Negate or 3 steps or something. Now they're trying to hit a land, so this No More Lies is pressure. I think they'll just let this get exiled. Yeah, look at them. They're a coward. We're going to get this. We're going to take this from them. Their River Churn Monument's going down. It's happening. I can't believe it's happening. 5 mana to kill a 2 mana artifact. No big deal. Okay. Oh, yeah, we got him. Okay, and they still left up this 2 mana. Interesting. Let's see if they have a backup monument. They have an authority. Dude, we have a shot. We have a real shot. Are you complaining? All right. See if they want to do something about my anchorage. Yep, demo field. So we still have all the Ultimas if they have another monument. We still have the Revival. As for counter spells, we still have 3 copies of 3 Steps Ahead, 3 copies of No More Lies. It's pretty good. Considering what they could have hit, that's pretty good. We mana cheat our way into a little loot. I think we dump a Get Lost. 2 negates feels warm and fuzzy. Fight. We fight. They're struggling. You gotta step on the throat. When they struggle, you gotta get them. There's a risk they just play a monument, but they didn't have it last turn. It's something they could play there. Get that out of here. 1, 2, 3, loot, 3. This would be 2. All right, let's go archive. No, thank you. Now I'm milling myself. I'm so confident. That looks like a hand that would... This looks like a deck that would cast... What's that big card? The Rupture? They do play black. Might just be for Mystical Teachings. I've seen that. There's a Librarian. Do we go for it? I think they just counter it. I think if we wait, we'll find an opportunity. That's a good draw. Cards in hand check. I think we go for it. What do we do? Leave up 2? Leave up 3 for No More Lies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. They left up 3. Let's see. If they use a No More Lies here, they're down to 1 open mana. All right, they did have it. So we got 2 counter spells out of them, and that's a top deck. That's why we do it, guys. That's why we do it. We are so back. We are open here. They don't know that. They might go for mill half your library. They don't know that. It looks like they're just walking into No More Lies. Instead, they go consult. You hold just long enough to make them think it's a No More Lies, and then let it resolve. I mean, it's not over. They can mill us out again, but now we have no max hand size for the rest of the game. We can play Authority and get lost our own Authority. Is there any other use for these cards in this matchup? Probably not. But we can also just loot these cards. That is probably a better use than just making maps, especially now that we've already used Spirit Water Revival. All right, stock up. We have no max hand size anymore, so let's just get every answer. We'll come back to you. Eventually we'll use that card or our lands to close the game. There's our lands. Do I take a lantern though? Tempting, but nah, I'll just set these. These are the land drops we want for the next few turns anyway. Mistrise. Uh-oh. That looks like demolition field target. $34, $36. So we are going to have to win with combat. So in decks like this, it's hard to fit them in, but you can start to run Sacred Foundry so that your Mistrise enters untapped in a situation like this. I've experimented with it a little bit. All right, I think we just keep throwing these card selection spells at them. If they're countering these, we'll eventually get them. Lies, Lost, Negate. I think it's these two. Let's keep cashing stock ups into the cards that we need. Fight these fights and win them. I guess more likely it's 3 steps so that we never lose a counter war. All 4 3 steps in hand. They could run Deadly Cover Up. It's a good reason to exile their graveyard if I get the chance. There's a Rupture with 3 open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. One, 2, 3, 4 still open. Should be fine. If you know you're not going to win the mill game, go all in. Draw all the cards and make sure you always have the right answers and you hit every land drop. They say oops. What does that mean? They want to draw 2? Ah, we win! All right, mill defeated. 4 to go. Have we faced all the green decks we can face? That go turn 1 elf on the play, turn 2 cub, double cub on the play. Are we done with that? Is it over? Can we get there without facing that? Right now the meta is diverse enough. It's not like you face one deck 50 times. We haven't faced the graveyard deck I prepared for at all. Not once today, even though I've been playing against it every night a lot. Bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh players on in the evening, you know what I mean? I mean, it's a turn 1 authority, so we can't mull it, but it's authority, get lost, stock up. It's about what best you can hope for. Watery Grave. Dimir tempo has not been great, mostly because of the Cub deck. When decks are more explosive, tempo is pointless. So this is more likely to be a control deck. Which means we need to draw our No More Lies. This is the part of the game where those are supposed to be good. Graveyard! Oh, we found it! And we don't have a great hand for it. You don't want this in the graveyard too soon. All right, we gotta find our lantern. They spider next turn, they don't get it back. They don't have a bringer yet. I mean, having a board wipe ready is a good idea. We have enough lands anyway. We'll take the lies and we dig for lanterns. Light the way, lanterns, where are you? They've already got the Cavern of Souls. And have they milled a basic? Yuna? Okay. A negate. Not great in this matchup. Most of their threats are in creature form. Bitter Triumph their own thing to discard a bringer. Okay. Do they have another cavern already? We're gonna find out. Like, what a nut draw if I can't find a lantern and they already have double cavern and they hit another mind thingy. But no, it's Awaken. Now, this is one of the few cards that you can hit with a negate and not feel terrible. There aren't that many cards in the deck that negate works on. That's one of them. So they don't have a perfect draw. They do have two bringers in the grave now. Let's have mana available for Spreed 3 steps ahead. Insight with 3 open. I'm just gonna counter it. We need to find the lantern. Oh, they have words. It's so cute when they have words. Lantern? Where are you? You're making me nervous. Oh my goodness. We found the land pocket. 3 open, okay. This does set the Ultima up nicely. But they are closing in on being able... Okay. Is this a trap? I think we have to lies this. They don't have a Terror of the Peaks. So right now, the authority is shutting them down. We also want to try to keep their land count too low to play around No More Lies in the future. They don't run that many basics, so you can run them out. Let's see if they got it. Okay, they have the basic. This has not gone well. You get a little time. They should be afraid of a No More Lies. We've tried to set that up. Yeah, and see, they're passing. Okay. Don't think I want to show them a get lost here. Gosh. This is awkward. All right, there's a stock up on top. We could draw it, but that doesn't change anything. We need to hold it for another turn, but I think they should go for it. They don't. I think their last card is the Spider-Man card, the Mind something. I think we can do without the untapped land, but if I come up a land short next turn, I'm going to be pretty bummed about it. Okay. No lantern. This just keeps happening. They still don't have a Terror of the Peaks in the yard. We go 8 deep. Found them. they were right on top of each other, baby. Of course they were. Could have played the land to go 9 deep. I'm glad I didn't get punished for that. All right, where's your emotes now, buddy? With half their deck already flipped over, this is pretty big. So they're just going for it. All right. They just made sure I knew how my card worked. All right, got him. Finally, we play the deck that we have the tech card for. I swear it was at least, it was over 10% of my meta at night. As high as anything else. Like, my meta in the evening against that Reanimator deck is more than mono red. The only other deck kind of on par with it is Badger Mole Cub deck. And I can win that on the draw. Or I can win that when they're on the draw, when I'm on the play. I mean, we don't get rid of a turn 1 authority, even though these tap lands are scary. Here we go. We're on the draw, so might just be cooked. Let's see how good their hand is. They've been showing us some... Oh, it's the landfall deck. That's gonna be really strong. It's good to go first, man. It's good to go first. What does 2 mana do for us? Not that much. I think we still need our tapped land into the second authority. We can have 3 steps the next turn, and then what? They don't have to play another land. They can just beat us to death. We need something to stall. I don't think we're gonna get it. It's another example of go first win, go second lose. So what is that, 11? So we're dead next turn? That ain't it. In fact, there's nothing here that we can do. Okay, I do not need to watch more triggers. Wow. Yeah, so we never saw turn 4. And that was with turn 1 authority, turn 2 authority on the draw. Yep, can't do it, man. Can't beat turn 1 land more elves. The removal in the format's too bad. Either you have burst lightning or there's nothing. You can play seam rip, I'm telling you it's not good. I'm telling you it doesn't actually do the job. Every deck can remove it, or every deck can run right through it, or it's too limited at the time when you need something different. This is way too slow. This is not good either, but at least it has an Ultima. I'll put away the lantern. I have no idea if the lantern is good. If I'm on the draw, I'm against Llanowar Elves. There's just no in between. Authority does mostly nothing against them. Is it time to cut Authority? Against the red deck, you still need it. It's great against many other decks. It's great against the graveyard deck. They have trouble comboing through it. It's great against the artifact deck. All right, Kill Bill. Man, giving them maps is so bad for me. Magic is easy. Yeah, this is a matchup where Day of Judgment is very good. But, like, really, we haven't played the landfall deck at all until the last 2 games. You know this can't attack this turn, right? Can they threaten lethal next turn? Yes, they can. But they do still have to have land here. They might not have it. This is probably isn't land. Okay. And will they find them next turn with 2 maps? I bet they will. That's not a land, but they keep it. As Earthbender Ascension. Good enough. Well, this sucks because we're missing the land drop. So, I think we're just dead, right? Spend 2, search the library for land put on the field. When land enters, quest counter. If it has 4, put counter on it. So, let's search for a land. So this becomes 8-3. 4 becomes 8, 9, 10. Maybe not. It's close. So we need lands. I'll make them have it. Okay. Why did they tap the elf? Oh, so that the earth bend the land, you do more damage. Sure. Am I dead? Looks dead. That's 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. If they do it right. Yeah, there is no turn 5. Oh my god, Llanowar Elf on the play, what a bitch. Okay. We already said we can't beat that. It's just really, I want to know like the actual odds. If these decks, if these Llanowar Elf aggro, all in aggro decks, let's say they're 15% of meta. Let's say 15, which I think is generous. I don't think it's that much. What are the odds you will play against them on the draw as much as we have in this video? Because that's, I think, the 5th time. It feels so rigged. There are a lot of decks this is fine against. Somebody played a Swamp? I swear, Swamp has been outlawed. Yeah, having this on board could matter. They might run Slasher. Slasher is a good card. It's probably Dimir Tempo, though. Yep. I mean, honestly, this deck has been absolute trash against green as well. But it's so good against what I am running. It is so good against control decks. You have to do it. And we have to get lost, and we want to save it for Kaito. This is going to be another matchup, though. It's very hard to resolve our big spell. But they don't run that many counter spells most of the time. Okay, no Kaito. Get Losts are key, but only because there's no other way to remove that damn Kaito. you stock up here? What are they probably gonna do? Flash out a creature, just continue your beatdown, and then you're dead before you know it? Yeah, I don't think I can compete with this either. We're certainly seeing the worst of the deck today, but let's go for stock up. Let's go for resources. Man, having Normalize in hand, I wouldn't have had to stock up here. That's a really ugly top 5 cards too. That was not great. All right, no flashed in threat. That's good. Also didn't find a demolition field for the Sanctuary. Now we get Curiosity'd. Which means if they have, I mean, we still don't have an Ultima. Like, we're gambling on having Ultima for next turn. We still don't have it. Okay. I mean, this has been an ugly patch of cards. They didn't go for lethal. Kill the Curiosity. Trigger on the stack. Get rid of that. Get rid of that enchantment. This is about to turn into a 4/4. There's the ninjutsu, and now our get lost is gone. I mean, that's about as brutal as it gets right there. That is
Your secrets didn't stay hidden.
so upsetting. Now Ultima doesn't do it. Nothing does it. Okay. Yeah, I've played around with all the flex spots in the deck around that matchup because it was really popular. Dimir Tempo was really popular before people crafted Badger Mole Cub. And I'm telling you, there was nothing to do for that matchup either. So we can't beat turn 1 Llanowar Elves and we can't beat Tempo. Does that mean Control's a bad deck? Yeah, honestly, mono red going down in numbers has been bad for me. It's been really bad for me because I don't have that, like, authority of the consoles masters this matchup situation. You know, what's the black for, I wonder? I'm gonna hide the lantern. So we're on the play. Let's see if we can win this one. Against the Oops All Rampy Spells deck. This might be the combo deck. That does need the graveyard. And Lantern's good. Do we play the Lantern? Having it on the field with the demolition field can put them down a land, and we might not draw the land we need for the Ultima, so yeah, let's play this. Just a few damages. Are they afraid of a wrath? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, they are afraid. That Lantern has them a little shook. And we'll have an Ultima next turn. Now this taps for a lot of mana, but we kind of want them to lean into the battlefield, I think. Ooh, they're gonna build that graveyard. Must be a combo of some kind. The new, is that new Earthbent when something dies, but this doesn't look like sacrifice. Is it just another variation of the Cub deck? All right. We are about to crack the land. We are about to Ultima them. Do we want to get rid of their graveyard as well? We're gonna lose the Lantern if we do that. Prevents a little damage. We sack this lantern to draw. Or do we use it to exile this yard? They just rebuild their yard anyway. All right. Earthbending does not come back when you Ultima them. I'm curious to see what they do with this graveyard though, and if I'm gonna regret that use of the lantern. But I mean, this isn't the all-in Craterhoof deck. It's something a little mid-rangier, a little dirtier, you might say. And is that gonna cost them? Are you just supposed to be all in on hoofing people? Legitimate. You have something. I mean, it might be a removal spell. Some people still play those. Weirdos. Weirdos still play those. Right? I mean, they have a lot of mana here, but doesn't mean No More Lies will always miss. How many basics do you think they run? We haven't seen a single basic yet. You might want to basics check them. Don't expect this to work, but we're gonna do it. What if they got greedy? What if they just don't run basics? So far, it's just a 2-color deck. Yeah, no surprise. And there's a basic. Let's see. I expect them to have a removal spell, so let's go for Anchorage. Again. See, I was ready for you. Elf makes mana by itself. Polluter needs something to tap. Okay. They're just a bunch of mana and no teeth at the moment. And they can't really attack because of the Anchorage. That's what I thought. 3 steps. Librarian. Pretty good. Do we basics test them again? I don't think so. Especially with a librarian ready. Behold my impressive nothing. It's enough. Beautiful. All right. We are once again in that beautiful place of don't aggro stomp me. And we just need to chain enough games together where our opponents don't just nut on turn 1 on the play. All right, we'll do it. I mean, this is turn 2 get lost, but it's on the play, so it can beat Llanowar Elves. See? Look at that. Who would have thought that going first mattered? That's crazy. Ow. I'm not gonna lose the opportunity to stock up. We have to hit our next 2 lands for Ultima, so that's what I'm taking. All right. Well, I don't want to give them cards. Now, this is where they probably just use maps, hit me really hard, say go. And if they have a card to give this indestructible, they win the game. They understood the assignment. We're going to be playing from a very low life total. Don't think negate's going to help me much. All right, are we dead? Authority of the Consuls would have been nice. Keen-eyed. Paw Patch. Okay, here we go again. How much you got? Double Paw Patch. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Are we dead? And these maps suck. Block here, shoot here, counter, counter, shoot here. Okay. But I can only shoot once. Should be go to 1 though. No, they never didn't have it. Okay, no, you're good. Don't know why you're holding priority. Pricks. Dude. Get lost so bad. You have to have it. I have tried to replace it, but you have to have it. There's just enough, just barely enough planeswalkers, enchantments, and things in the format they have to target, but it's so bad. This is not great, but anything on the play is good. That's how good going first is. You can make it work with just about any hand on the play. Whereas on the draw, you have to have the nuts to have a chance. Whew. Okay. If it's a control matchup, just save your counter spells for the right thing and hit your lands. Hit your lands. That's great. Love that. Gonna be a tough one. And they already have a fountain port. That's gonna be a tough one. I think we just lost, but let's see if we can do this. Not the way you want to step. Okay, they really want to shut down my lands. See, I could use this, but then I don't have the option to cast it later. I'd rather burn the counter spells, especially if we're going to draw so many of them. We drew as many 3 steps ahead as we drew lands up to that point. Can I win this without the revival? The path becomes so narrow. All right, that's pretty good. I think I've got to hold revival. It's unfortunate to have it that early in the game. And there's a lot of matches where you could just pop it off and draw 2. But in this matchup, against a control deck, I don't think you can do it. With 2 negates, I also think I just keep digging with 3 steps, but I'll wait 1 turn before that, okay? Oh, punished. I mean, it's a creature, but it is a frustrating creature to go against. And right now, Wise works. It's an interesting one. This is a dragon deck? And they missed land. Okay, they found it. A lot of mana. We welcome Demolition Field to the party. so that we don't get bullied by Restless Reef or Fountain Port. We definitely want to pick some Counterspell Wars now. We're getting close to resolving the revival. All right, they're digging. Let them have that. They stopped me from it earlier, but I think a draw 2 discard 1 is fine. Yeah, we baited that pretty well. Please play a Singularity Rupture. That works too. Might regret that if they play the artifact, but okay. We need one more mana. Hold. Maybe they cast more stuff and we negate it, and then this untapped land, we resolve it. There's a Rupture. Negate resolves. Fatal Passage. Why wouldn't they play that before the Rupture, though? What if I had no more lies? They'd feel so stupid. Obviously, we thin the deck to draw the land off the top. Although, if I draw it here, I probably won't cast it. If they had another counterspell, I think we'd have seen it, but you never know. Crafty mages out here. Let's stock it up. The land is there. Is there a reason to take a lantern? Deadly Cover-Up. Deadly Cover-Up's really good. We still have one more negate, though. I mean, Lantern, in a way, is a ramp piece. It does let us cast the Revival. So, Deadly Cover-Up. Let's get the most expensive card. Ooh. They thin the deck. They have 6 basics on the field. Rupture again. I have a negate. I'm okay if they counter this, because then I revival. Okay, they don't. But they would have countered that if they could, right? So they don't have one. I don't think they have one. I'm trying to get you to act. Basic? None? This might be an 8 demolition field game. Come on, do something right now. They don't. Okay. Ooh. If there was a card that would keep me from casting this, it's probably you. But if we don't find a counter spell, it's so bad. 1, 2, 3, 2 negates. I think we go for the revival, guys. I think we have to do it. I think it's now or never. But even a quench gets me. Have I played into a quench in the last few? I haven't. Oh, it could be a quench. All right. This could be a mistake, but if they do tap out to mill me, I can revival. They just, if they duress me, I'm ruined. I hate it. I hate it so much. I might have just made a huge mistake, but they can't just mill me out here. They can mill me a lot, but if I then revival the next turn, I'm fine. Okay, it doesn't matter. What are we thinking about? Yes! I'm 1 win below where I started. What a train wreck of a recording. Man, how do I respect green without having a terrible deck? If I cut the Ultimas and run the Cage or Day of Judgment instead, can I still beat the Synthesizer deck? Ultima's kind of an easy mode against Synthesizer. Ultima's also good, Deece will say, in a few other matchups. Maybe I can run one Ultima. Mistrise, great. That's exciting. I wonder what that's like. One Ultima, 3 Day of Judgment, 4 Star Cage. Do I beat green? And maybe I do cut Authority, because honestly, the matchups, the reasons I've played Authority have just gone down so much. Maybe I can run one Authority. But that makes the artifact matchup so much worse, and that's my free roll. Counter me? Yep. Okay. Let's see if they can punish me. You got anything to play for 4 mana? You gonna space time me? No. Okay. About you now. All right. Well, you didn't do anything last turn to punish me, so I think this is a free roll. As we are searching for a demolition field before they get enough mana to Mistrise out something good. I mean, if they're playing Esper, they're probably playing Singularity Rupture. This is probably Mill again, which I have trouble seeing how that's good in the current environment as I'm trying to figure out how to compete with green decks. But what do you know? You need 8 mana to Mistrise Singularity Rupture. They're so counter-focused, aren't they? They do not want to lose a counter war. Again, I'll take the risk. If they're gonna rupture me, it's because they had it in their hand and they hit all of their land drops and they 100% got there. And then I still have half my deck. And if the revival isn't in the top half, we still have a way out. I mean, look at their draw. Their draw has been exactly what you'd want. All right, they don't have Rupture yet. Or whatever their win con might be. That's a good draw. I mean, is it? They have the village. Is that a draw too? No, it's just a counter. I mean, I think we go for the negate here. Negate's about to be outclassed by the village. If we don't use it now, we might use it never. We missed the land. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. I guess I'll take this and play around a deadly cover-up. The 25 lands has been good. All right, did they hit the revival? They did. Yeah, we took the gamble, we lost. They needed a lot to go right, but they had it. That mill deck can't be good in this meta, can it? Seems so bad. It's really only good against me. Is there any other deck it's good against? I don't think so. It's too slow for everything. All right, if we cut the Ultimas and the Authority, maybe we try 2 Lanterns instead of 3. Now we have Star Cage and Judgment. Does that beat the creature decks? Is there anything else that now gets cut? What if we had one lantern? I think we lose to the graveyard deck, but I'm willing to give it a try. We could also go with a Rest in Peace now, but the problem with Rest in Peace, you exile your own graveyard, the Spirit Water Revival gets you. See, we could be doing this. Is that just too many sweepers? Against this will probably compete with green. And we still have a ton of counters. I don't think there's any way we need all. 8 Wraths is so many, but when I've run 7, I've also come up short. We could run 1 Lantern, 1 Rest in Peace. Against the graveyard deck, where Rest in Peace is at its absolute best, they mill themselves so much that you don't need Spirit Water Revival to win. You just need to wait. So let's try one of each. Is this the build? Is Ultima a crutch? I love the artifact matchup being so free, but maybe that's been my mistake. Okay. And remember, our opponents... All right, we get to test it. We're on the play, though. It's almost not fair. We also don't have double white, which is... Wow. We can play this librarian. I might do it. I really might. Because then we might have to demolition field them next turn anyway to get our second white. Okay. Uh-huh. It's happening. Yep. Got any reach? Or a Boroid would be so brutal. But I guess we have Day of Judgment next turn. Maybe it's not that brutal. But the Librarian being here is awesome with the Demolition Field. Ah! Jesus! Interesting. No attacks. Why? What are they thinking? They want the mana up. They have the counter to the Day of Judgment. Then I should probably try Star Cage. Let's see what we draw. They did search. They didn't have to, but they did. All right. I think we should try Star Cage then. Check all these for reach. So if the Star Cage hits, I think they have some kind of counter, to be honest. Then they're just on Ouroboros trying to win the game with that, and we blow up their refuel. Yep, okay, well, they got me. They got me. Holy crap, I think I'm just dead. Well, I'll get to wonder for the rest of my life if Day of Judgment would have resolved. Guys, it didn't work. Somehow it didn't work. Let's go for Day of Judgment next time, CGB, you idiot. Also, not having double white burned us so bad. That's where Demolition Field gets you, but you can't play without it. The fact that we lost that game, though, what an embarrassment. Tidebinder. How common is Tidebinder in that deck? I feel like I've seen it in less than like 30% of those green decks. But when they hold up mana like that, what do you expect? The card that like bounces a creature to your hand, the Spidey Senses card that's not Spidey Senses, I've hit that. I've seen that counterspell too. But what should I expect more? That or Tidebinder? I've seen them both so rarely. This is going to be another game where we don't have Star Cage on 3. How likely do you think that is? All right, we get to try the artifact matchup. This is big. Can we win this matchup with only one Ultima and one Authority of the Consuls? I think that's a huge question mark. I do not want to ever lose these matchups because I still see this deck a lot. But we do have a high counterspell density to work with. And they don't have ways to be uncounterable. Our Star Cages, we only really want to play when they take a lot. And I mean a lot of the opponent's constructs off the board, because look how much value they get from Star Cage. Also, this is not a good card to have, the Get Lost. I like having all my anchorages set up. I like saving the surveils as long as I can, unless I know exactly what I want. And now I'm getting to the point where I really do want the counter spell or the card draw. Now that I'm down to 1 negate. Ooh, that's good. Never mind. In case we take a No More Lies, let's use the Demolition Field to cast the stock up. Told ya. So prepared. The Braided Net can draw a lot of cards. Two cards left. We're in a great position. Worst card in the deck. Do we cast stock up next turn? I think so. I think we do a 3 steps draw 2 if we can. Perfectly mana efficient. A card to discard in the Get Lost. I mean, yeah, right now the matchup feels just fine without the Ultima crutch. And it's not like we have no Ultimas, we still have one. But we do have more dead cards in the matchup. The Star Cage is not great. I wonder if that's true, though. Okay, they play the Vault, so we can pick it off right now. I assume they have an Authority or something to discard. A land, sure. Save 3 steps ahead, because I think I'll get a draw 2 out of it later. And those are a big part of what makes the deck good. I think we'll stock up now, though, to keep the lands coming. And there's just a basic, which is not great, but we are making our way closer and closer to the Authority of the Consuls to prevent the combo kill and the Ultima. And they know they don't have the right pressure. They can't get a synthesizer on board, so all right, that matchup's fine. We've had 2 straight games where we couldn't play Cage on 3, though, if we needed to. Let's keep an eye on the mana. We are not 3 wins from Mythic, but we're 3 wins from Daily, so probably not getting Mythic today. But you do get a nice long Sunday sesh. This is bad. Oh, yeah, I hate mulliganing there. Keep and put away 3 steps ahead is always the card you've been. Okay, we need an untapped land. Keep. We need to keep a 3 mana. We need to keep a 3 mana card off the field. Okay, we need to keep something huge off the field. Yeah, they even hit you with the smiley face first. You know you're in for a tough one. All right, Crater Hoof. Do it. Hoof. Come on. What are you, afraid of me? This is another good test for the Star Cage. They did do it. Okay. Well. I don't have the smile. Okay. Let's go. Nothing makes me more angry than when they get back the Earthbending lands. Makes me so mad. Okay, they're a graveyard deck that also combos into Beseech the Mirror and Gishath. I mean, you see this. They double cub, double elfed into Hoof. It didn't even matter what the rest of their deck is. It can be this shit. It doesn't matter. That's insane. Hopefully it costs them. Might as well. I don't think they'll have a lot of spells to negate. Can't keep a Dredger's Insight down. Like this whole time, it's also a graveyard deck. Foggy Swamp Visions, okay. Of course it is. So against a Hoof plan, that's not bad. Against Foggy Swamp Visions, that's not bad. And then there's the Lantern as well. I mean, I think we take these. I think you want to keep stocking up. But we also put our one authority away, so we want to shuffle again soon. I mean, Gishath, I guess? Congrats, you gained 1 life. The one Ultima lies. Yeah, I guess it's the one Ultima. Can't replace it. Once you cast it, it's done. Yet enough? We are out of coward draw. We could flood from here. 3 steps near the bottom, not cool. The opponent reading Soul Guide Lantern again and again. What? Cha-ching. Okay. I mean, all right. I think we found good adjustments. We still get through our deck enough to find the cards when in the matchups where they matter. Without mono red in the environment, authority isn't that good. What are the red players playing now? Did they craft Cub? Have they gone that road? I don't think so. There'd be more Cub. Maybe they just retired. And we have Star Cage, so we keep. I don't think I just jam Rest in Peace though. You wait to see if it's a deck that needs it. Okay, here we go. Well, or do I? Rest in Peace against Earthbend doesn't matter because it's put into exile. Okay, let's hold Rest in Peace. Let's see if they are also a graveyard combo deck. Green, white. What's this? Cage? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Play another one. Okay. Cool. And that's it? That's all you've got? Pathetic. Weak. Alright. Let's see them blow this up and punish me. Or not. Now I need card draw. Here's the cover. Dude, I hate earthbending so much. It's still a basic land. Unfortunately, I can't nuke it with Demolition Field. It's an interesting draw. Do I let them... This is 3 mana next turn. Do I just cage them again? Could also play you and hold up a negate and see what they do. I think I will. We have to get some card advantage out of these because we don't have card advantage in our hand. So we need a Day of Judgment and Star Cage for more than a 1-for-1. There's a Shelter by Ghosts. So that would take out the Star Cage. They would get all this back. I could also use this opportunity to negate it. But they might also have... They might have the other cage. That might be why they run white. Collector's Cage. And that is a good target for the negate someday. How many Llanowar Elves is too many Llanowar Elves. I got room in my cage for all of them. So Day of Judgment, nope. We can hold the negate open. So we do this. If I had a Lantern, I could exile them with the trigger on the stack, but the Rest in Peace doesn't help. Okay. Easy. Right? You know what? I should have tried it. I should have tried putting out Rest in Peace. Because what if the delayed trigger gets countered because it went to the graveyard, but it got exiled? No, it says exiled instead. It would still be exiled from the battlefield. No, surely it comes... It's not like I understand earthbending anyway, but surely it comes back if you have Rest in Peace on the field. Surely. Which is the reason I've liked Lantern better a lot of the time. Okay. Haven't played a Sephiroth deck in a minute. Probably also a good Star Cage matchup. I'm starting to feel it again. I'm starting to feel like I was wrong about the cage. We have to counter a Sephiroth here, or I'd play the Authority. They know it. They're aware. Well, they walked into it anyway, which says their hand doesn't do much else. And now we just have to shut off the graveyard. So this is where the Rest in Peace is really good. Okay. That's pressure. Man, I think I'm supposed to cast this stock up, but this could really be costly. The stock up's a bit of a gamble, but the odds of missing land entirely is pretty low. Another Star Cage just takes the pressure off so well. But if their next play is a Sephiroth, okay, just do it. It's not like the card advantage matters that much. They're out of stuff. So there's a lot of pressure on this draw step. And they kept it, so it's what they needed. Ooh, good one. But that does get stopped by Ultima. But our Star Cages also go away. Oh, look, I found the lands. Demolition Field in case they have a land that does something, but a white source here plays Authority now. And they need a creature. They got it. Let's see if they can chain into another creature. And remember, casting Ultima gives them all this stuff back, which is why we were really careful about adding that to the deck. But then we get Day of Judgment, but they would just get the Innocence back, and they would get the 1/1. So right now, this doesn't do any good. But the Librarian might. think we let this go. If they pass the turn, now we go for it. Because we wanted to hold up 3 steps to counter a creature. Finding the lands. Now we have a blocker. And go for it. Okay. I will defend. I'll draw some cards from this, but they lose their board presence. Okay, they already drew this turn from the Innocence. Get him. Right. Settle in. Want to get to enough mana to pop the Star Cage and then Ultima. This draws them another card. I think we just let that happen, to be honest. Just get him. Just get him. You gotta go through him sometime. Might as well go through him now. You could say once we Ultima, we don't have to, but how much damage are you gonna take sitting there? I guess you drew a lot of land and you're complaining? Cool. All right. Well, we got through a graveyard deck running Star Cage, and we even had the dreaded Nambo of Ultima in our hand, and it didn't cost us. Honestly, good session, man. This is playing out. And now we're on the door. Finally, we found the build. We're getting ahead. Getting very much ahead of where we were. Star Cage, Get Lost, Consult, stock up, yeah? Yeah. Man, it became a Star Cage meta again. I've been punished for running this so much, but right now that's not happening. They're just, especially, okay, and now we're gonna get around Indestructible as well. Can't bin that. That's our win con. Feels bad. Wish I could scry it to the bottom. In this matchup, it's definitely a win con. Uh-huh. Do I need mana open next turn? I don't think I do. So we'll get the archives out of the way. Negate, I don't think I need in this matchup. It's an oops all allies, all creatures build. Counters in general are pretty bad because they normally have 4 Cavern of Souls, which is pretty tough to get through. They do nothing. Should we basics test them? We have a window here. I think we basics test them. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see if we get punished. There is an opportunity to counter this, but it goes in the Star Cage. The T-Shop can make allies, so I'm going after that. Well, I'm glad I didn't Star Cage when they were about to make 2 more dudes, and they do pass their basics test. Which triggers the Voyager so good. So now our concern is that they have Aang. If they have untapped land and Aang, then airbending the Star Cage really hurts. But no land yet. I think they have another reinforcements. Let's find out. Airbending Star Cage with Aang is one of the reasons I'm really scared to play this card, but they don't have another reinforcements. And so far they haven't had another land. New Voyager. Definitely don't want them drawing cards, but this might be a kicked spreed 3 steps. They also can threaten a block with Anchorage here, so they can't attack, and they know it. Okay, they're passing. We let the shields down. Let's go for this. And then they'll respond with the reinforcements. And we'll counter the reinforcements. And they have no board. So we have a nice safe landing place for the stock up. And a no more lies to keep it coming. And we'll grab the other stock up. Gotta defend the Star Cage from Aang if they ever have a third land, and they do. Ah, it's a cavern. God, that's nasty. Okay. So we have to watch out for Aang on end step, exile your Star Cage, airbend your Star Cage. Looks like that's not gonna happen though. Okay, well, if they don't want to use the cavern for that, they go for more protectors. A lot of indestructible. Up to 7 mana. Stock it up. We gotta get the Star Cage off the field or have a backup. We have no counterspell in hand right now, but they have a cavern. There's a demolition field. We want you. I mean, this doesn't. This can clone the cage. Does that do me any good? No, because it's gone by the time Aang resolves. All right, you guys. And I think I don't. Do I cage this? Honestly, yeah. This keeps him off balance. And it sets up the revival. And now we have 2 cages. So now a future 3 steps ahead can clone another Star Cage. If they open one of them. Oh, that's the one that has haste. Oh, okay, that's scary. Whenever another ally you control enters, put a counter on this creature and it gains haste until end of turn. Oh my gosh. Okay. On that creature. All right, so we might be using a Get Lost. We don't have a counterspell, but they don't know that. We can also make 2/2s. I go Katara. Yeah, it has to be. We have to get rid of these things. They're so strong. Great Divide Guide, bin, pass. Demo the cavern. Basics test round 2. How many basic lands can you run in this deck? At least 2. Makes sense. I'd probably run 2. We've got to draw 7 here. We just need cheap cards to protect our next turn. And I guess having a Day of Judgment on backup is not a bad idea. Oh, the Star Cages paying for the revival? How could I have missed how broken this is? Oh, baby. They don't have... Okay, yeah, let's just counter it. I don't think they can kill me. I don't think they can kill me. All right. If they had another one, that would have been so close, especially if they could have gotten a counter off the map somehow. And turn. Don't think their graveyard matters to them. Voyager. Sure. Three life is not much. In fact, the life gain in the deck since we made the changes has gone down significantly. It's just the one authority of the consoles now. So when we do play against Burn, it's tough. It's a tough matchup. I don't know if they use their graveyard, but now that we've cast the Spirit Water Revival, Rest in Peace is totally game. Right now, this is a 3/3, which means Anchorage can't take it. And now our Star Cages do not make 2/2s, so maybe that was a reason not to play Rest in Peace. Yeah, maybe I'll get lost the Rest in Peace to make robots. Hang at the crossroads. Counterable. Man, that's fun. The negate can go. Oh, that's nice. Oh, ooh. I forgot what it's like to play with Star Cage. It's better. It's so much better than I thought. Oh my gosh. Might be the decision that gets us to Mythic. Man, I didn't want to break up with Ultima, especially after Earthbending showed up. Really want to punish Earthbenders. It just feels wrong to not punish Earthbenders, you know what I mean? They turn their land into a creature, you just want to be like, ooh, get that land. Some of us old school gamers, we just have that thirst for land destruction, you know what I'm talking about? Watery Grave means this might not do anything. Is it mill? I'm gonna hold the authority. Doesn't look like we're going against a swarm deck, that's for sure. And this is the point where having one authority in the deck but a ton of counters really matters. Demolition Field. Just go for this now. No Mistrise Village, thank you. It's tempting to bring back the Tidebinder Mage. But so often, like so rarely do I get punished by Mistrise Village, I'm not that afraid. Ready to filter some cards. Another reason not to play the authority. We can turn it into a real card. This is going to be a long game, so use No More Lies where you can. In fact, we might be able to just counter all of their card draw with the amount of counters we have and trust Spirit Water Revival to get back those counters when it's time to win. I'm at least going to use this negate. Two down. Keeping them from filtering their draws and getting the right cards is one of your better chances in the matchup, but it looks like they are just determined. They don't have any counter spells though. You saw that lack of a priority hold. We might get milled for half here. They found another village. Where's our card draw? They drew 3 of them. Isn't it our time to draw one? They have double Mistrise Village. They have no basics left. That's potentially huge. And there we go. Sock it up. 3 steps and 3 steps. Gotta have them. I mean, we're gonna see the power of Agnaquela in this one. I can feel it. Yeah, they decide they gotta go for it. And I don't think they're wrong, but it's really tough to do that after a stock up. Calm, chill. I mean, they might run No More Lies. So this for 4? That looks like a resolve. We probably have some kind of removal spell here, right? And it's a Get Lost. 2 maps from me, I'm fine with that. Those help cast the Spirit Water Revival once we find it. And this does Stone Rain them. I mean, mana is key. Yeah, this is going to be an 8 Demolition Field matchup. Once we find Spirit Water Revival, we just do it all again. Insult. Do we let him have this one? Nope. Keep the pressure on. It's an open window, though. They could mill us here. If they have it. But we haven't let them sculpt their hand at all. They would have to just top deck it. And they're passing. That was close. All right. Send to Anchorage, see what they do. Hey, they don't have the answers. 4 mana, 3 mana, we can use 1 map. And look at that, it draws a card. Can't counter that one. Okay, finally they get a stock up to resolve. Got through 2 consults and a stock up, got them countered. Countered another consult. They got there. Now they have Monument. Well. Kick it. Any negates? There's the Revival. What else do you take? The Ultima's not there. The Star Cage gets it though. Okay. And then do we want them tapped out here? So I can resolve the Revival? Yeah, they're down to 2 cards. The Monument is on the field. We want a Star Cage after Revival because we have 2 maps to help pay for Revival. Having cheaper answers to Monument's pretty good too, isn't it? I did not draw a 2-mana counterspell. That should concern me. I could lose half my library again right now. Well, what could they have in these 3 cards? I'm guessing board wipes. Okay. Oof. 1 win. 1 from Mythic. Star Cage. Busted. I would never, ever consider building a control deck in the current meta without Star Cage. You can take that to the bank. I've never, ever, ever played this deck without Star Cage. Absolutely not. You miss the mic being close to my mouth, don't you? You miss the audio quality, don't you? I know you do. You also miss the camera angle. Oh, more me, more CGB. I know you do. I'll figure it out later. I mean, if this isn't a Mythic hand, what is? I can't believe how long it took me to break up with Authority of the Consuls. I didn't read the room. The Oops All Haste red deck is gone. It's over. It's completely cooked. Now it's Oops All green cards. Tidebinder? Is that you? I might as well get this cast. If you got Counterspell, please. I'm literally consulting the star charts for 2 cards. It's Repulsive Mutation. Okay. Hey. Fair enough. I think we hold. I don't think you are Star Cage worthy. You get outclassed once my Anchorage is powered up. When these tempo decks start playing counter spells like this, that's when they scare me, to be honest. See that open mana? That's the problem. Gotta be patient. You want a Drowner? And a Boroid. Okay, Star Cage doesn't get that, so we have to counter that. Which counter do we use? We use a 3 steps, so that next turn, after the Star Cage, we have no more lies to protect. They give up 2 damage to map for 1. They have a Tyvar on top. Into the cage. I'm glad I didn't fire off a 3 steps earlier. It can be used to copy a cage. Mythic. Guys, Pinnacle Star Cage. What an absolute nutter butter. Never leave home without Pinnacle Star Cage. The long version of this video might get posted for members, or we might release the rest of it in the future. The short version of this video shows me just dumpstering everybody and getting to Mythic. I literally treaded water with a different build of this deck for over 2 hours. So yeah, watch that in the future and give it up for the Star Cage, baby. It's a Mythic card. Ooh, let's do rank reveal. Rank reveal. Rank reveal. 97%. Pathetic. We'll work on it. You're cool.